and then take the best moment of the class. So you can screenshot ataupun record just a short, right, and share in your Instagram story. Jangan lupa hashtag Krenovator, hashtag free class untuk semua, hashtag digital dan hashtag programmer hadir. Jangan lupa tag Krenovator @Krenovator, right? And then lastly, share the experience dekat dalam link yang di akan box, right? So follow the steps, and then dua winners kita akan choose secara random. Kita akan announce yang menang di dalam IG pun. Okay? So the second one is that saya nak announce untuk classes kita pada classes untuk December. Right, so kita ada beberapa interesting topik pada December, which is first kita ada introduction untuk digital marketing class, right? And also second is kelas tentang basic programming, which is satu program dalam satu program ada 3 kelas, okay, secara tersusun. Alright, so ada 3 modul dalam satu program, which is intro to programming. And then lastly kita juga ada kelas untuk how do I know if I am ready for a programming job, right? So interesting subject dengan topik untuk December. Kita akan release the classes list hujung bulan ini, right? Jadi tanpa membuang masa lagi, saya akan serahkan sesi kita hari ini kepada kita, Mr. Nabil. Right, Assalamualaikum semua.
Right, Wassalam, Suhaila. Thank you for the introduction. So, first of all, thank you everyone for joining tonight's class. A brief of introduction. My name is Nabil Akmal. You can call me Nabil. Sorry for my voice. I have minor sore throat, but still can do the class. Okay, first, I will share screen. Okay, so we go straight to the point, which is our class is designing your own website using the HTML. So, can I know if everyone in here is somehow familiar or never heard of HTML? Kita ada chat ke kat sini?
Chat box dekat event hall.
Oh, ada. Okay. Okay, ada. Okay, so if anyone have any question, you can ask here lah. If tak ada nak tanya in through the voice. Okay, so we go straight. So to start with HTML, the general is we should Google it. So in Wikipedia we can see that HTML is a hypertext markup language, or we call it HTML, standard markup language for document designed to be displayed in web browser. So what you see in our internet, in our browser nowadays, it is made of HTML. The skeleton, the base is made by HTML, but it will be assisted by technologies such as CSS, cascading style sheets, and also scripted language JavaScript. But nowadays, the technology is far more many other than this, than the JavaScript and CSS, which somehow we can assist it by Python, Golang, and many more lah. So what you see now, HTML, if you ever heard of Web 1, Web 2, and Web 3, since nowadays it is famous with Web 3, which is made of the Bitcoin, Ethereum. So HTML started with Web 1, which is the static website, and then it moved on to Web 2, which is more dynamic interaction between the user lah. So okay, that's the general introduction. And then okay, so right now I'll be showing the component and structure of a website. that this one is not the complete one, but I can say that through my readings that this is the, I can say, the basic things that that needs to be in a website, that we can call it a website lah. So if let's say few of the things that we need to have is somewhat with navigation menu, visual, which is the image or picture, and also typography, so that we will be having explanation on what we will be showing in the website. And last but not least is the CTA, which is call to action. Call to action is I can say one of the most important thing to be in a website, so that the user, end user or whoever visit the website can know what they have to do lah with the button, what we call as call to action, which is for example, if you can see here, it is learn more button, which will maybe bring the user to another page, and maybe to another section lah in the website. So the submit button, it should be here. I forgot to put some sort of form, where the user can fill up the form, and then it must have a button to submit what they have filled in the form. Okay, so yeah, navigation menu. It could be the navigation menu is on the left side, or we call it at the nav bar, or the top bar of the website. So it can either be at the top or left, based on how you design the website. Okay. Okay. I think it's quite clear. Yeah. Feel free to ask if any of you has question. Okay, so this one is only the how you want to put the visual and also your typography throughout your website. It's up to you. It is just a general structure, the skeleton structure, what we call. Okay, and then I think we can start with setting up our template. So if any of you don't have any coding environment, for me in here I'm using VS Code. So if any of you doesn't have the environment to code, you can go to jsfidel.net. I think you can code in there right away. Yeah, so okay, so if any of you wants to try during our class, you can try to go to jsfidel.net, and then we can see here it already shown the HTML section, CSS section, and also JavaScript, which is the using the pure JavaScript. So the file is connected already, but later on I will show you on how we want to do it in our local environment. So okay, I think we can go straight away to the technical things. Okay, let me zoom in. Okay, so first of all, what we need to have is we need to have index.html. Okay, ada soalan ke? Okay, tak ada. Okay, so okay, we can start with you need index.html file to start your template. I can say your template of HTML. Using the VS Code, we have the extension that we can know that the file is HTML or JavaScript or CSS. So first, if let's say, okay, in VS Code, if I type Frostophy and then I click enter, it right away will write the code for us, the basic template for us to start the HTML. So okay, in here this is the basic structure. I can say you don't need to do anything since it already give out the basic, and then we can right away view it in our browser lah, in our local it okay. If I click open with Google Chrome, okay, so right now it doesn't show anything since I didn't save the file. Okay, so let's say we save the file. Maybe I think okay, so I already saved the file. Oh, we didn't put anything, so only the title here. So I change first module 2 basic HTML. Okay, as you can see the title, we have changed the title. So it show module 2 basic HTML. So first of all, okay, I would like to give you guys one reference for you guys to check, which is the W3 school. I think this is the most recommended website to check if any of you wants to learn anything. They have other than HTML. So but right now we focus on HTML. So I just type W3 School HTML. So in here you can see that it shows the, I can say, the whole attribute or what we can use with the HTML. I can say that not all of these things in here in the sidebar I already use, but because they always upgrade the version, so maybe ada few things yang I pun tak pernah guna, but we'll show you the basic one first. So okay, for example, if this show here, we can copy this one. H1 is what we call heading. P is what we call paragraph. So if I copy and save here, and then there you go, you have the HTML. So but this one, I can say this is the most basic things that we can do with the HTML. But later on I will show you on how to use it with we will use it with CSS and also JavaScript. So so I'll show you what will it shown in the JS Fiddle. So I just copy it here, and then we just run the code. Yep. So it will show the same result like in our browser lah, like this. Okay, few things that we can show is that we can make it using image like this. So for example, if I click here and I paste it right away, as you can see, it will show this icon of image, because our browser doesn't find the pictruely.jpg. So what we need to do is for the sake of giving the example, I just want to Google cat image, and let's say we copy the image address. Okay, we paste it here, and then we got the image lah. Since this is because the image panjangnya, we can find the image in the online lah. So our browser still can find the image through the this is what we call base64. But then if let's say we have any other image using link website, let me check here. Still base64. Okay. Okay, so like this, this is a URL. This is a normal URL stored by their browser lah, by their website. So if we change if you write image and then we paste the URL in here, this one we remove it. Okay, so we still can get the image lah. So for this one is if we want to show any image in the website, but then if let's say you guys have your own image, okay, let's say we save this image. I'm not sure is it in JPEG or what. We store it here, save. Okay, so right now I have the JPEG image here. Download the JPEG, but we rename it as puppy. Okay, so right now we have the image in our directory here. As you can see, if any of you are familiar with what I can this is Linux directory. So it's the same as this is the folder basic.html. We have inside the folder we have index.html and also puppy.jpg. But if you can see here, if I type ls, we can see we also have the index.html and also puppy.jpg, the same as we have in our VS Code, since I open this in the folder lah, basic HTML. So if let's say I want to show the puppy image, I can just type it source directory puppy.jpg. Okay, so as you can see, the link, the source link is shorter than this one, because this one we are using the online online URL from the internet. So if we refresh, yeah, so we still have the JPEG of the puppy, but actually we are using from our local. So sorry, banyak batu. And then I'll show you on, maybe we can look into other than image, static image, we also can show the image map. This one image no, it doesn't use this. Okay, so for this one we call it HTML links, hyperlinks, what we call hyperlinks. So if let's say we write something, when I type A, type enter, it will show the href, and we can fill in the any link that we want the tag, the hyperlinks to bring us to anywhere lah. So let's say we go to YouTube, we just copy the links, I paste it in the href reference, as in the attribute is reference. So let's say here we put this will bring you to YouTube. Okay, we save it, then as you can see here, kucing ni kacau. Okay, so as you can see here, it show this will bring you to YouTube, but then it shows the underline and also the hyperlink punya styling lah, which is if you hover this, and I zoom in, if you hover to any hyperlink under the browser, at the bottom of the browser you can see that there's the link to the YouTube lah. So if let's say you go to any button, any clickable button here, let's say you hover to next, you can see that at the bottom of your browser we can see that the intended URL that button will bring us to lah. So if you click this, it will straight away bring you to YouTube. So we go back. There's one more thing. If let's say you have few other URL that you want to show to the user. So let's say we have three hyperlink here. Alamak, ketepi pula dia. Okay. BR is for break, so we can make a new line lah. So as you can see here, we have 3 links, and then let's say you don't want the user to click and then open it in the same browser tab. So you just need to add the target. So for the target, you just can put any unique ID, let's say for YouTube, and then for this one we go for Facebook. Okay, if we refresh, just to refresh the page, you click here, it will bring you to another tab. So to Facebook, another tab, but this one is the same link lah, I didn't change it. So this one can make the user experience more easier lah, so that their main page, which is maybe this is our website, our blogspot, or our online resume. So the user don't have to go back to our previous page lah. We just open a new tab so that they can close it whenever they want and still be in our main page. Okay, so right now I want to show you on what we can do. Right now, if you can see, I'm having a problem with making a few lines to write. So in HTML, we also have the basic, what we call list. Okay, HTML list. This is also the most common things to know in HTML, which is unordered list and also ordered list. So if unordered list, meaning that it is using the bullet styling, but we still can change how we want the bullet to show. But first I'll just show this is ordered, no, unordered. Okay, and then if we copy with the OL means ordered list. Okay, UL unordered, OL ordered list. This is ordered. Okay, we just save it. Okay, so it will show right away the list ah. This is unordered, this is ordered. So okay, that's it for the list. And then one more thing that I think needs to know. Yeah, table, of course. So in most website, they still use the browser. They still use the table, HTML table, but somehow we can still use grid for CSS lah. Maybe I'll just copy this one. Okay, as you can see, HTML doesn't need us to run anything. We just write the code and then right away save, and then it will right away show the changes in our browser. So for this one, we see that it show a table, but then it doesn't show any what we call border or anything that shows like a table. So later on I will show you on how we can customize with using the CSS lah. So maybe copy this one, I'll show you in the Fiddle. Okay, when I run right away, it doesn't show the puppy image, since the puppy image is in our local directory. We can see here in the puppy.jpg. Okay. Okay, table, as you can see, consists of one wrapper what we call table, and then tr is table row. This is table row. This one is table head. This is also table row. This one is table data. Okay, so yeah, it also called a table cell, since as you can see here, cuba tengok ni, dia ada styling dia. Okay, so for this HTML table, they already have their own styling. If you can see here, if we copy the style here and then we bring it into our HTML head, okay, and then we save. Okay, so as you can see, the table will customize, follow our CSS styling customization. Okay, maybe later on I will explain a bit on the CSS styling. Okay, for the moment, do you guys have any question? Kalau tak ada, kita proceed. Okay, I think tak ada. Okay, so this is one only the template. Okay, after this we'll try to deploy our HTML. Okay, so this is the table already completed. Let's see what we can do another more. Okay. Okay, for HTML, we know that HTML work with CSS right away. So I will start with how we want to customize the tagging to style with how we want it to be. So let's say this is the heading and this one. So we want to make a styling. So let's say this example using the style color blue. Okay, if we copy it here, the VS Code already detected the blue on the RGB color, or we can also use the hex color. Okay, for this one, maybe we take this and we put style color. We paste the hex color. VS Code also detect the color code. And then if we save it, will change to our intended color lah. So for this one, we can customize it more than this, since if you go to the CSS in W3 School, okay, you can see that we also have a lot more things that we can customize in our HTML. So for example, we will focus on the first. I already show for the table. Okay, this table reflected by the styling here. Boleh nampak kan? Okay, clear. So okay, so for this styling, what we show here is what we call selector CSS. Okay, ya, kita check. Apa istilah dia? Tagging lah. I think selector. So if you can see here, table. This one will refer to the table here, table tagging here, and then what styling we put in here will reflect in the table tagging, and then any table tagging that we use in the same HTML page will reflect follow what we change in the styling in the table lah. So let's say here I'll change it to background color, and then I put apa ni, bisku. Okay lah. Okay, lepas tu kita save right away. Okay, as you can see, the background color change to the color lah. So it will reflect with which table, which tagging we put in here. Okay, so for HTML, we also have the ID selector, which is this one. If let's say I put only table here, it will reflect to the table tagging. But let's say I put table 2, then soalan kata ni. I put table 2, and then I change it to background color. No lah, we put as heading 2. We change the color to what color? Purple. Purple can. So for any styling that using ID heading 2 will reflect the color of dark orchid. So let's say okay, this is unordered punya paragraph, doesn't have any styling. So we give the ID for this one, heading 2, and then if we save it, it will right away reflect the this is unordered punya paragraph lah. So that's the second method to refer to our HTML, to our CSS styling for our HTML punya page. Okay, so the third one is what we call class. This one, we have to do it like this. Ordered list. Okay, so we put any color. We put maybe orange to make it obvious. So how we want to use the ordered list is any tagging, we just put the class here, and then we put the ordered list. So it will refer to the CSS styling of ordered list, since dot ordered list is class reference. Okay, so for this one we ID reference. This one we call tag reference lah, maybe. Okay.
Nipu gitu sih.
Okay. Okay. As you can see, the ordered list changed to orange color since we refer it to using the class ordered list lah. So let's say this type of styling you can also use on any tagging that you want. So let's say in the P class below this we are using this is audit, and then maybe for this specific name with TD table data atau table cell, we also want to use the heading tu punya styling, let's say. So we just put the ID heading tu lah. Okay, so the CSS will refer the styling will refer to whatever ID or class or styling that it attached to lah. So this is you guys can do whatever you want to do with the styling. If you can see here in the CSS punya chapter, we have a lot more. We have colors, we have background colors, we have borders, margin and padding. Margin and padding is what we call the gap between lah. So I just want to show what is margin and padding. Margin is things that is out of the the tagging punya space. Okay, sekejap. Macam mana nak tunjuk So let's say tak boleh tunjuk sini. Okay, we can try to do any first example here. Where is this is heading? This one. So we can change the styling to, let's say, class title. Okay, and then we make a class here dot title. Let's say first we make it color, we change it to make it obvious, we change it to dark red, and then we put some border of, let's say, 5 pixel, not sure besar ke tak. Okay, kejap. Kita tengok border style dotted. Okay, so we just use this one lah kot. Border style solid. Okay, we have the border, and then if let's say another thing is you can use div to wrap something. So let's say div, we have here a div, and then I just put a class of container, and then I put the h1 heading one inside the container, and then we make the styling for container here dot container. Okay, we put a border style solid, and then maybe background color with smooth color, this one gray, is it? Okay, so as you can see here, we wrap the heading one with the container. Inside the container we have the title one, title. So as you can see here, we have the heading and also the container. So this one I can show how we want to understand on the margin and padding. So padding is what we call the gap in the box. Margin is outside of the box. So let's say the title styling, I put a padding top first maybe. Then I put 20 pixel. Padding bottom sekali lah. Padding bottom 20 pixel. Okay, if I save it. Okay, if you guys notice that this is heading punya border, dia dah jarak sikit daripada tulisan tu, since we have the padding here. And then just want to check, you guys can, if you guys are doing this too, you guys can click for inspect of the page. Kita letak kat bawah, then click here di select an element to inspect. Then if you hover to this is heading, we can see there's green and also yellow punya section. The green one is the padding, so the yellow one is the the margin lah, the margin of the this is heading tu punya styling. Sometimes they have the default punya styling. So if you check in here, okay, H1 already have the default punya styling ni. Kalau boleh tengok kat sini, dia ada margin block start, margin block end and everything, and also font weight bold. But this one is our customized our custom styling. We have the dot title in here. We have the padding top, padding bottom, border style and also color. So for padding top, we can look here lah, kita ada padding tu. So let's say we want to make the padding reflect to every side, top, bottom and also left, right. So we just put padding 20 pixel and then we refresh, we inspect that. As you can see, the padding reflect to every side lah, top side, left, bottom. And also if you can try do some margin here, only margin top maybe, we put 30 pixel. Okay, the margin above the this heading is 30. If you can check.
Saya akan button di sini, button WhatsApp saya ni.
Okay, margin top, as you can check the margin top is 30 pixel.
Dijadikan sebagai button yang official, button yang function lah.
Korang boleh mute siapa yang ni. Ni tekan je kat sini. Kau kalau ada ganggu kan. Okay. And then that one is for margin and padding. So I think margin and padding quite important for you guys to understand. Okay. So okay, kita tengok lagi ada apa. Border, margin, padding. Okay, height. As usual, height and width. We can customize the height and width using the styling here. Maybe for example, title here I put the height is 200 pixel too. Okay, so the height will reflect lah. Still a lot more. You guys can check on the W3 School on CSS and try to make any workaround on this. Okay, so I think it is quite clear. So before we proceed to try to deploy our HTML project to online, so other user can view the website. Do you guys have any question first? If not, we can continue to deploy our HTML project using the reference lah. This one boleh copy kot. Sekejap. Ni boleh check kalau nak tengok. Okay, so I think we can try to deploy our website now. We close this. Okay, first I just want to change the. Oh yeah, lupa pula. So for example, this one index.html. Maybe let's say you guys can also move your styling from inside the HTML page to other page, which is if I remove the styling here. So if I refresh it here, as you can see, there is no styling. Instead of the only what's left is the style that we put it right away in the tagging. So how we want to connect the styling with the HTML? First, you just create one, I can say app.css, and then I paste all our styling here. Oh ya, ni tak payah. Okay. And then how we want to link the HTML. You can see here we check school HTML CSS. Okay, we will be using the link element. Link. Right away, it will show the style sheet, and then href. For this one, it's the same like the how we call the puppy.jpg punya image, which is we just put the dot here, directory, current directory, and then we go to the app.css. So this will connect our HTML page with the app.css styling. So if we go to the page here, we refresh it. So the styling is the same as previous punya styling, but it is different since we just move all of the styling to other page, so that our HTML page will be more cleaner and also not long in code lah. So that also reflect with, let's say if you guys want to have the one app.js JavaScript punya styling also, JavaScript punya interaction, we also can link it to the HTML using the source. Script source. Gelap pula. Okay, macam biasa, like usual, we just call to the current directory and also app.js. And then let's say we have a function here, basic function. We go for alert. Actually, JavaScript alert. Ni pun boleh. Okay. Alert. Okay, we can try to make for example a button here. Click for alert, and then on click we can interact HTML with JavaScript with on click punya function. Okay, we can see here HTML JavaScript. Okay, connect with script tag like this. We also can put the JavaScript scripting also in our heading, in our header, but then it is easier if we separate it into different file. And then let's say can just try it. HTML on click. Okay, button on click and then the function on click alert. I'm not sure if jadi ke tak. Okay, refresh. Tak jadi, salah tu. Kita tengok dia punya ni contoh. Tak ada ni juga. On click. Oh, ni dia punya keluar. Let's see my function on click script. Maybe if we copy it here. Okay, my function. Not sure kenapa dia tak keluar. Okay, tak apa. Kita can proceed with try to deploy our HTML page, our beautiful HTML page here. So first of all, you guys need to have a Git repository, GitHub. If you guys have any GitHub account, we can just create a new repo and then click new one, and then just put the page basic HTML. This one is to make our code base to be available online, and then we can deploy it right away using any platform lah. Either we can use GitHub or also Netlify or run cloud. It's up to us. So we set it to public and then just create the repository. Okay, so we just follow the basic here, git init. So this is our directory. We want to deploy this one, so we have to initialize git in our directory, in our project directory, current directory. So we put the git init, and then okay, git add dot is for the current, and also all lah, git add all. Okay, we all git add all, git commit. Okay, and then we create the branch, and then we can add remote origin. If you guys cannot catch up with what I'm doing, there's a quick setup here you can refer to. So we add the remote, yeah, and also we can push. Okay, we already pushed our project. So when we refresh in our GitHub, we can see that we have the app CSS, app.js, index.html, and also our puppy JPEG here, same as our current directory in our local, but now it is available publicly, so that you guys can deploy your HTML through any platform that you guys want to use. So let's say I will start with GitHub. In this website here, yeah, it show how to publish website on GitHub. So we just follow the instruction. Go to website repo, select settings. Okay, we go to the settings. Mana tadi? Settings, pages. Oh, sini. Link ni dah bagi yang tadi kan? Okay, ada. Ada lagi ke? Oh, tak ada. Pages. Okay, then we select the branch. Oh ni, silap. So we have the only one branch here, the main branch. So click save, and then okay, that's all. Only 5 easy step. Custom domain, we don't have any custom domain right now. So check in here, you are done. Okay, right now they should show the link. Cuba tengok ni. Custom domain allow you to serve other than. Dia belum deploy ke? We don't have any custom domain. Let's try to refresh. Oh, okay. Dah ada. So your site is live at, dia ada bagi kita punya ni. Okay, so yeah, if you guys want to, let's say, look into my HTML, basic HTML page, you can see here. Bear in mind that when we are using the GitHub and the page, GitHub Pages is the latest features from GitHub, where we can deploy a basic website that doesn't need any database or anything. It's a simple website lah. Just for, maybe for example, simple blogspot or simple resume online that you guys have. You guys can deploy it here lah using GitHub. And also one other place that you can try is Netlify. Just make a sign up, and then it will bring you to the dashboard. Then we can try to deploy using this step, how to publish a website on Netlify. Okay, we go to add new site, import existing project. So we connect it with our GitHub account, my GitHub account. If you guys have any GitHub or GitLab, you still can use it. Okay, so okay, and then we just need to configure the okay, basic. This one is to allow the Netlify to read our repository lah. So yeah, already give access to Netlify to my basic HTML repository. So the branch, we choose the main branch base directory. I think we should put it as index.html. We don't need to change anything, simply static one. Yeah, since HTML is a static page, not much to do, so just click deploy. And we just wait, and then site deploy in progress. They will also give us a default domain, just like GitHub pages. So okay, dia dah publish. So this is the URL, and yep, we still got the same result as our Netlify. You guys can check it here. But bear in mind, this is the given URL lah. So tak adalah cantik sangat. Melainkan you guys have your own custom domain. You can buy it from Exabyte or any place lah. Boleh kot. If any of you have any question, feel free to ask anything lah. Ada yang tengah typing. Okay, boleh tanya, nak tanya. How to upload HTML pages with ContainerDB? Macam mana nak deploy? Okay. The closest example that I can show is HTML pages ContainerDB, which is, for example, Laravel project. Okay, Laravel project. It is based with HTML, and also have the database such as MySQL or MongoDB. HTML macam mana? Okay, just a quick punya heads up. You guys can go to RunCloud, because in here, using RunCloud, you guys can also deploy simple macam tadi kata HTML yang ada DB, which is Laravel project, use the HTML and also have database. Okay, just a quick punya introduction, brief introduction. RunCloud is the server management tool, PHP server management tool. You guys go here, RunCloud.io. Okay, control panel for cloud server lah. So it is a server management tools that you can deploy any of your project that you guys will be using any server on the cloud. But for the question yang tadi HTML dengan database, the closest example is the, as you can see here, Laravel. I'm using this is Laravel project using HTML, but also have a database. So you can see, if any of you familiar with Laravel, kita ada dalam resources dia, kita ada dalam view dia. And then okay, you can see here blade.php, blade semua ni, blade ni is made of base di HTML lah. So the database is, we also have the database in here lah, in the server. Okay, so we have the database user, and also we can use PHP MyAdmin also lah, if you guys if kita ada configure any PHP MyAdmin in our server. Silap, mana hilang? Oh ni. Okay, kalau dah, okay, I hope I'm answering your first question tadi, HTML dengan DB. Kalau dah publish, dia nak kena adjust, kena publish semula ke? Okay, so this one yang I tunjuk tadi, what we call as environment control. So let's say kat mana-mana dia orang tanya ada guna environment control ke tak during coding. First of all, we have GitHub. Okay, GitHub we can store our code base here in our GitHub. We also have GitLab, also made of Git, same as GitHub but different. GitLab dia ada few feature lah that differentiate between them. And also one more we have the Bitbucket also, but this one I think it is a paid one, so best option for you guys to first look into is GitHub. And then from here, so let's we go back to the question tadi, maksudnya ada buat changes, and then macam mana kita nak push balik, macam mana kita nak deploy balik. So what we need to do is just update our GitHub repository here. You can see here we go to our to my repository basic HTML. Okay, so let's say index.html mana tadi. Okay, ni kan, buatlah something yang obvious kot. Kita letak 3 gambar anjing kat sini kan. So ada 3 kat sini. And then we just need to go to our directory here. We type in git status. You can see here it show that index.html is modified. So what you need to do is git add index.html and then make a commit. Okay, add to puppy. Allah, typo. Commit. Okay, commit, and then I push the commit lah. I push to the branch main in the origin. Okay, okay, dia dah tulis ni branch main set up to track. So if you check here, if you refresh your Git repository, you can see that this is the commit that I typed just now, add to puppy, and also the commit is 30 seconds ago. Okay, just recently. Since we already have the GitHub pages in here, if we go to the website again, oh, dia tak ada buat changes. Kita tengok kod-kod dia ada buat any last deploy by GitHub pages 12 minute ago. Dia tak ada buat auto deploy, so deploy. Maybe we need to wait a bit for GitHub pages, but we can check on Netlify. We refresh this one. Since I think okay, betul. So Netlify dia automatically publish balik you punya website lah. So if any we have any push commit here, add to puppy 2 minutes ago, and then Netlify detected the commit, right away update our website lah. Okay, ada 3 puppy dah. Betul lah 3. But GitHub pages not sure. Setiap balik. Okay, dia baru deploy 2 minutes ago. So if we go, tak ada kat anjing lah. Tipu. Tak sure kenapa. Tapi that question based on your platform lah, which platform you use. So kalau guna Netlify, dia dah, maksudnya dia dah right away detect the push, then right away update your website. Ni boleh view the website. GitHub pages dia tak tukar. Pages 2 minutes ago. Dia ada suruh deploy balik ke? By the page ni. Dia ada page build and deployment workflow. Tak apa. Maybe nanti kena tunggu kan. So kalau dekat run cloud, let's say I go to my server, choose my server. We can deploy a new web app. Also, we can connect with our GitHub repo here. I already this one I put as basic HTML. Okay, we use the test domain. Okay, git repo dia, we just connect branch main. Copy the deployment key, custom vanilla. Okay, tak apa. Since if you are using run cloud, it has the configuration for database, so it's quite more complicated than the simple one lah. If you guys want to just deploy the HTML to GitHub pages or Netlify. Okay. In our GitHub repo, just we put the deployment key. Okay, copy from this one, deployment key. Okay. Already in use lah. Okay, generate new one. Copy. Okay, now we can deploy. Okay, you can tengok ada ke tak. Okay, so same lah, same result since we have connect our GitHub repo into the run cloud, and then it can deploy using the testing domain lah. So okay, I think that's all for this. Catch tu try buka. Apa? Yang mana tadi? Tak perasan pula. Okay, tak apa. Okay, so I think that's all. Last question. If you guys have any question. If not, we can tutup kelas. Okay, ada ke soalan to start streaming dulu?